All right.
Jon, massive congratulations on another defense of your title. Given how tough you said the fight was, what does this one mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot, you know. Extremely humbling victory. You know, to beat Alexander Gustafsson the way I did and Anthony Smith the way I did, I think I was starting to sip my own Kool-Aid a little bit. I think I was starting to become impressed with myself. And when you have matches like this, it's humbling. It reminds you that you need to always come up with new tricks. And there's always, young lions out there that's working to catch up to you. So I got a lot of work to do, but I am really happy that I fought a smart fight and ultimately took home the victory.
What did he do that impressed you the most inside the afternoon?
Oh man, he was just game. He was just game. He was very tough. He stayed in the fight, and I think his toughness is what I was most impressed with.
He actually hurt his knee right in the beginning of the fight. Why did you not try to take him down?
Just because I was doing good on the feet against him, and I know Thiago is a Muay Thai black belt, and I'm only 10 years into kickboxing. I think he's probably closer to 20 years into kickboxing. So I just figured I'd challenge myself, and fighting Warrior's tough, and it worked. It worked out for me.
You just said that you fought a smart fight, though. Is that smart to take on the 20-year-old, the 20 years Muay Thai veteran?
Well, I don't know if he's 20 years. I just threw that number out there. Looking back on it, I could have probably taken the fight to the ground. That probably would have been a smarter idea. But I'm sure we'll have a rematch at some point, and I'll save some tricks for the next fight.
Were you surprised with his takedown defense?
I don't think I actually tried to take him down. I'm not sure if I actually tried to take him down. I still got to watch the fight to see how it all played out.
You said you wouldn't mind giving him a rematch at some point. When you look at the fact you pretty much cleared out the division, is that kind of what makes sense to you, or are there other fights that you might be interested in?
There's a lot of fights. There's a lot of fights. Jan Blachowicz looked good tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not going to start calling out, fighters, but there's a lot of fights that I'm sure people want to see, and my goal is to try to take over the whole division, again. So rematching people right away, I'm really not my interest right now, but I know he will be back for a rematch, and I'll be ready.
Were you surprised? Sorry, were you surprised by the split decision?
No, I wasn't surprised by the split decision. I knew he was doing good, man. He stayed in the fight, and when I heard his name first, I was like, oh my goodness, tell me this is not happening. But I wasn't surprised. I think he earned that split decision. He did a really good job. Hats off to Thiago. And he was just such a gentleman, too, after the fight. He's like, hey, when you come down to Brazil, me and you, I'm going to take you out. And I'm like, Thiago, I'll hang out with you anytime. So I love it when athletes can have respect for each other, and because ultimately we're martial artists, and that's what it was supposed to be about originally, honorable men.
You said that Holly Holm was like a big sister to you.
She is.
The fight prior to that, she got knocked out for the first time in her MMA career. How much of an impact did that have on you going into the fight, and how hard was it to block that out?
It was very hard for me to witness that. Mentally, I had to be prepared for anything. I've had a few nights where my teammates have come up short, and my coaches always tell me, Jon, you just need to keep your head in the game. It was tough for all of us because the room was just so silent. The room was just so silent, and I had to tell the coaches, hey, listen, let's get back on our horse. We got to continue this battle, and they did, and we ultimately won the last match of the night. But yeah, not the best night for Albuquerque. We definitely have been praying for Diego and Holly, and we expected 3 for 3, but it didn't happen. But our team, we got a lot more fighting to do. We got a lot of fighters coming up, and this isn't the end of Diego or Holly Sanchez or Holly Holm. Holly is one strong girl, and she can't be broken easily, and so she'll be back.
That's the good and the bad of having teammates on the card with you, is you get to enjoy fighting with them, and then you have to take that risk, I guess.
Yeah. Like I said, I wanted Holly to do well. I've been praying with her, praying for her, training with her, and tonight was Amanda's night. Hats off to Amanda. Right now she's considered the greatest woman of all time, and it's for a reason. She has a gift, and it's one to be respected.
Can you tell us about your injury? We saw you arriving on a wheelchair. What happened?
Right now my feet are just swollen. They're really swollen. Both of my shins are swollen, And that's what happens when you do high-level mixed martial arts. Usually my feet hurt from kicking ass, but tonight it's just from a good Muay Thai match, I guess.
When you said that you maybe were sipping your own Kool-Aid, what do you mean by that? Like, how do you think that actually impacted you?
Well, backstage, I was just really relaxed. I was really comfortable. I was laughing, talking, just enjoying it. I had faith that I was going to win the fight. And when you really believe in yourself and in your abilities, you find yourself not nervous at all. And maybe I need to get back to just being a little bit more nervous for these guys because I could have done more. I could have done a lot more.
Do you still think that it's a good thing for you to stay as active, or that maybe some time off would make you feel nervous again?
Yeah, I think time off would probably help me out a little bit. Being here is almost starting to feel too familiar, and the comfort level could start to be a dangerous thing for me. So I'll talk to my coaches about it. The goal is to fight in December. I feel like the fans is really enjoying this. Me being active. I feel like everyone's enjoying it, and I want to stay in this light. So I just need to talk to my coaches and see what they want me to do, and then we'll make some decisions later on. But yeah, December is what I'd like to do. But it's not about me. It's a team decision.
Did you feel like at some point that you were behind, that you were down? Because I think most people who were scoring the fight for Thiago, they did give him early. Did you feel like you were down early on in this fight?
I feel like round one he did real well. I felt like he may have even squeaked out the win in round one. But once I started to either drop him or where he would fall over from certain things, I know those had to count big for the referee, for the judges. So. Yeah, he definitely did really good. But one thing about me, dude, is as the fight progresses, I tend to figure out what's happening and get my game going. And I'm grateful for that ability.
Have you seen Holly since the win?
I have. I saw her backstage, and she gave me a big old hug, and she told me she was so proud of me. And I told her I was really proud of her. And I told her just being a woman that's willing to go out there on national TV and face someone like Ronda Rousey and face the Amanda Nunes of the world. I said, dude, you are, she's Barbie doll worthy. You know what I mean? Little girls should have pictures of Barbies of Holly Holm because she is truly courageous, and it takes a lot to do what she's doing, to be vulnerable in front of the world. Told her she had nothing to hang her head about.
Why did you feel the need to kind of apologize to the crowd after the fight? Even Joe Rogan said, you've got nothing to apologize for. I mean, there were some boos, but what did you mean?
Well, I feel like I've created a standard. I feel like if you are a Jon Jones fan, you expect flash, you expect excitement, you expect a finish, you expect a dominant performance. And tonight I wasn't able to deliver that, but that was a good thing for me. It's humbling. It's humbling, and I'm grateful for my lesson.
Did it feel like anything was off during the fight?
She said as well that you had things that you need to work on. So what holes do you see in your game and things that you feel you need to go away and work on? I know you'll speak with your team, but
yeah,
now.
I would say checking kicks. For tonight, I would say checking kicks and countering kicks, and making making kicks, a weakness for my opponent. And tonight it worked against me, so it was good for me. It was definitely good for me. I'm excited for my lesson.
Did you feel like anything was off during the fight?
Anything was off?
You weren't going for takedowns or?
No, no. There were opportunities to go for takedowns, but it's rewarding to challenge yourself, and it's, where someone's really strong. I believe in a rematch. I'll open up some other tools and go for other things. There's a lot I'm processing even as I stand here. There's a lot I need to work on, and that's what makes this sport so great. They say a black belt is a black belt because he understands how much he still doesn't know. And tonight I was really humbled, and I'm grateful.
One thing you've mentioned when the heavyweight question comes up is that you understand that puts you at certain disadvantages, and that your health is important to you. Do you think that that's trickling into your game plans a little bit as well? That you want to go out there and you want to get a win, obviously, but that you want to walk out of the cage healthy as well. Do you think that's?
Yeah, no, it's not really affecting my game plan. I like to be able to do press conferences with no scars on my face. It feels good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do want to protect my brain. Absolutely, I don't want to be knocked out by anyone. And sometimes my method of keeping my face safe isn't the most entertaining, but it worked. It worked.
And you mentioned December, so still no interest in Madison Square Garden in November, huh?
Yeah, Madison Square Garden is something that I will do. It's been a dream of mine, and I definitely want to scratch it off my bucket list. But I kind of like not paying state taxes. Yeah.
Even though it's your own state?
Huh?
Even though it's your own state?
Oh, yeah, even though it's my own state, yes. I'm just keeping it real.
How do you celebrate this win?
I celebrate this win by rubbing some pure kind of CBD all over my body, and just spending lots of time with my friends and family. You know, just people who deserve to celebrate with me. You know, so we're going to probably hit up my after party, and I'll probably have a shot of tequila, and then go home and cuddle with my fiance.
Where was that?
If I'm not mistaken, your girls have never been to your fight live, right?
No, they do not, no. But the cool thing is they've been praying for me every night and taking little videos of it. Just praying that daddy's safe and comes home, you know. So, and I do get to come home. This sport is so dangerous. Anything can happen in there. And every time I just get to walk away from it, it's a blessing in itself. So I'm grateful for my health and to still be in my right mind. No scars on my face this time. Just busted up feet. It's a long ways from my heart.
Any plans on ever changing that, to have your girls at your fight?
I think if I were to, no, I don't know. It's just it's such a moment. I don't think so. No, I don't think I want them to be around the crowd. There's a lot of alcohol, swearing, and just wildness, you know. And I think they can see it from afar. I think if I do like an exhibition like match of like maybe jiu-jitsu or wrestling or something, I'll let them come see that. But it's a pretty brutal sport that we do, and I think I'll keep that away from them. They can see it on TV.
You said this week that you became a fan of Thiago after tonight.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way he handled, you guys have a Kleenex? The way he handled a defeat, he was nothing short of a man, you know, just like I assumed he would be. He was just such a man about it. Right away, he apologized to me, I think, for some of his comments that he said that had nothing to do with the fight. He said, man, I'm sorry, bro. And he was just like, man, I have a lot of respect for you, and, you know, when you come down to Brazil, you know, I want to take you out, and I was just like, I wanted to kiss the guy, honestly. He was just so cool, man. He was so cool, and I love it when us men can act like that and be respectful towards each other. I wish nothing but the best for Thiago, and I'm happy for Thiago because I know right now he's probably the man in Brazil. He has nothing to hold his head down about. So I hope everyone in Brazil. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. Pretty gross. Oh, don't look at that. I hope when he gets back down to Brazil that the people treat him like a king, because he handled himself like a king. He represented Rio de Janeiro very well. The way he spoke, the way he fought, and I'm sure he'll be back. Salute to him. One of you girls give him a big old kiss when he gets back. Linda. All right, guys.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and special content, subscribe to ESPN+.